Today I'm going to show you how to install an AndroidForNook image to your micro SD card using a Mac. Now, we're going to begin with the assumption that you've already made your purchase from AndroidForNook and you've downloaded the files to your computer. So once you've done that, go to your Downloads folder and you'll see the files. For this demonstration we're using an 8 GB image for the Nook HD. It's a KitKat version and it's dual boot. So once you've found your file, just I recommend you drag it to your desktop to make it easier to find once you make it easier to work with. So you'll notice that the file is zipped, which means it's compressed and the contents are within the file, so we have to extract them. Now, as far as I know, Mac doesn't include an extraction utility in the operating system. What it does have is an archive utility, but that will just compress it again. So we don't want to use that. We want to extract the contents. So what I did was I downloaded a free program called Stuff It Expander. You can just Google it and find it from several sources. So download it, install it, or if you already have a program that you want to use, go ahead and use that, but this is the one I'm going to demonstrate. So once you have your extraction utility installed, right click on the file, say open with, and I'm going to select Stuff It Expander. It starts up the program and you'll see it's already got the zipped file selected, so I'm just going to open it, and it's going to take a few minutes to extract everything. Once the files are extracted, it will create a folder on your desktop with the same name as the zipped file. So just open that and you'll see the contents. We have image file, which is approximately 4 GB in size, and another little utility called Apple Pie Baker. It's the imaging program we're going to use to write the image to the card. Now, if you don't see that when you unzip the zip file, then it's because I haven't updated all of my products yet, and I will have provided it as a separate download. So just go to your downloads folder again and find the Apple Pie Baker zip file, and again drag it to your desktop, and you can extract that file also. And you notice that it still had the other one in memory, so I just scrolled and clicked the one that I want to open. Okay, so once you've extracted that, that'll appear on your desktop. So again, you either have the program already included, and if that's not there, you've extracted it separately and it'll be on your desktop. So I'm just going to move some of these things out of the way to avoid some confusion here. We're just going to work with the files that are in the folder here. Now, once you've extracted them, let's go ahead and insert a micro SD card. Now, it can be blank or you can already be used, but we're going to prepare it. And you'll see mine just showed up here. It's labeled micro SD. Now once that's inserted, start the Apple Pie Baker program. Double click on it, and it's a very simple program. You'll see that it has already detected the micro SD card, which I'm using in my USB port. Now if you have a Macintosh that has flash memory instead of a hard drive, it might also appear in this window. So you definitely do not want to select the wrong drive. If you don't select the one that is your micro SD card, you could potentially erase the contents of your Mac drive. So be very careful on which device you select. With that in mind, I would disconnect any USB peripherals that you have, like a hard drive or USB hubs or anything like that, just to eliminate as much confusion as possible. So you only want to select the card that you're going to be writing the image to. And once you've selected that, if it's a used card, you'll probably want to format it. You can do that with this little button down here. It says Prep Noobs Card. So just click that, and it's telling you that it's going to erase everything on the card. Again, make sure you have the right one selected, and select OK, and it is formatting it. It's done, and now you'll see my micro SD card has changed names. The volume name is now Raspberry, so it is formatted completely. Once that's done, you want to select the image file that we're going to write to the card. So go over here to this little window here and click on the Browse button, and we have that folder on our desktop that we unzipped and the image file within it. So select that and then just click on Open, and now we're ready to write it to the card. So just click on this button here. It says IMG to SD card, and it's going to take several seconds to get things set up, and then it'll prompt me for my administrator password. This is the password that you used when you set up your account on your Mac. Okay, entering my password. Okay, now it's beginning to write the image to the card, and it'll take anywhere from 10 to 40 minutes depending on your hardware and the size of the image you're using. With the 8 GB image, it's telling me it's going to take approximately 13 minutes. So at this point I'm going to pause the video, and I'll pick back up when it's just about done. Okay, we're almost done with the writing process. Once it's completed, it will pop up here and tell you that it's done. You can go ahead and close the program, and you'll see your micro SD card now. The volume name has changed. Since this is an HD Plus card, it says HDP boot. You can double click on the file and see the contents of the boot partition. This is only the first partition on the card. The others are hidden, including the storage partition, which on an 8 GB card is about 5 GB, and that's available for you to use when you're booted in Android. You'll see on the card instructions in PDF format. They're included on all the cards. If you downloaded the product, you also downloaded the same PDF instructions, so you don't have to print them out, but they're included on the card just in case. Now once the process is done, you can right click on that and select Eject. Remove the card from your Mac and insert it in your Nook, and then turn on your Nook, and it should boot straight to the Android setup wizard. Sometimes it'll boot up to Nook the first time, and if that happens, just turn it off and turn it back on, and it should boot to Android. If you have any questions about this process, just send me an email to info@AndroidForNook.